Hey everyone, Tony Walsh here. Welcome back to the channel. I've had a hard time the last couple of days trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about in this Wednesday in the Word video, because I just can't really fathom what happened in our community over this weekend. We've had two accidents, motor vehicle accidents, with two fatalities. One caused by a drunk driver, the other one caused by somebody running from the police. Accidents that didn't have to happen, but they did. And it's during these times that people will say, well, why, God? Why did this happen? Or how could a God, a loving God, let this happen? Especially when it involves kids. One child, one fatality was a 2-month-old, and the other one was a 9-year-old. Well, fixing to be, she was a day short of being 9 years old. Another one is that's still living but in critical condition, is a 14-year-old. So just horrific. Now, the one in the other accident was a young adult. So I'm not going to try to say, that it was from 18 to 22, 23. I read the article, but I don't remember. But again, it's still somebody young. So, a lot of people can start questioning their faith. Where I sit there, and I used to be in that same boat that a lot of people are that ask why. But we have to remember we live in a fallen world. This world is broken. This world is full of sin. Lord, this world killed Jesus Christ. So bad things happen to good people, and I have preached on that before, and I think in some of my early Farm Truck Friday videos, when I used to give a message there before I turned it strictly to a prayer video, I think it's that or one of my very early Wednesday in the Word videos that I preached about bad things happen to good people. It's life. None of us are guaranteed day to day. All we can do is, it's okay to ask, but look for the answer that God's trying to give you, and that answer comes in the form of Jesus Christ. I couldn't imagine feeling what those parents feel at the loss of their kids. I couldn't imagine what Mary went through when she saw Jesus hanging on that cross, when she saw him being beaten with whips, when she saw that crown of thorns on his head, just causing blood to pour out. I couldn't imagine what she felt when she saw that spear go in his side one last time. Bad things happen to good people. It's the world we live in. And when those challenges face us, that's when we need to lean more on our faith in Jesus. That's when we need to lean more on fellow Christians. We need to talk. Don't let it bottle up. Don't let it fester. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to feel bad. But we have to remember that at some point, we have to turn that grief into joy. And what do I mean by that? You think about ladies that go into childbirth. They'll be in childbirth, 15, 16, 17 hours. No, I'm never going to have another baby. Now, there's a lot of women that say that I'm never going to have another baby just because the pain was so crucial. But when that baby is born, at that moment, you forget about that pain, because that pain is now a little bundle of joy. Now, I'm saying you can't be happy, when your child is killed in a traffic accident. But what you can be is happy knowing that that child is now in the loving arms of Jesus Christ. And that should bring some joy to our hearts. Yes, again, we're still going to grieve. That grieve is going to be up here compared to our joy. But over time, as we come to learn how to balance it out, we're always going to miss this person. We're always going to be hurting because this person, this child, this young adult is no longer with us. But we have to balance that out knowing that that child is with Jesus Christ. And remember, we know that because we have hope. If we believe in Jesus, we have hope. If we believe in Jesus, we have faith. So when these tragedies strike our community, that's when we as Christians need to buck up and help our fellow Christians that are struggling. Now, I don't know any of these families personally, but I have people in my family that do know these people. But that's the time we come together. In my sermon Sunday morning, I talked about when we pray or whatever, the devil's constantly working against us. We teach kids to pray, like this right here. Even one of the emojis is like this right here. It doesn't take any pressure for the devil to pull your hands apart. But if we will pray like this, if we will interlock our fingers, this is Jesus, this is you, this is me. When we interlock our faith, our hearts, our minds, our souls with Jesus Christ, the devil can't pull us apart. No matter how hard he tries, and you can see me, I'm trying right there and my fingers is locked. So when these bad things happen, we need to rely more on our faith than we ever have. It's not God testing you. It's not God punishing you. It's not God testing those kids or punishing those kids. It's life in a fallen world. Yes, it's tragic, but it's the world we live in. We're going to feel all sorts of pains until we die. Whether we live to be 2 months old, 80 years old, we're going to feel pain. More often than not, we're going to feel pain more than once, because we're going to have to go through the deaths of our loved ones, whether it be our parents, our spouses, our siblings, or other family members. We just have to remember, as that old cliche goes, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So stay true to your heart. Stay true to Jesus, because Jesus will never forsake you. Remember who he is, and remember who you are. And that is a child of Jesus Christ. He loves you, and I love you. I'm still at a struggle with words. I hope what I said made some sense. But until we get back together, y'all take care and God bless.